Yeah, go.
Okay. So, hi. What does a tree need in order to grow?
Water, sunshine, soil, nutrients.
Mm-hmm. Anything else that it needs?
Photosynthesis. I don't know.
Okay. How does a tree use each of the things you just said?
It drinks the water through the roots.
What does it do with that water?
I don't know.
Okay.
It just makes it grow.
Yeah.
Same way with you. A tree's like a big human.
Okay.
So it just helps nourish the cells, bring nourishment to the different cells and within the tree.
Okay.
It
What about how does it use the sunlight?
The sun also gives it nutrients and helps it grow.
Okay. How does it use the soil?
That's where that's its main. Nature's basically a buffet table.
So it all gives it nutrients?
Yeah.
Did you say? All of
Yeah.
it? Okay.
And I think the water probably helps spread the nutrients throughout the cells in the.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, but a tree obviously gains weight as it grows because it's like a little acorn.
Gains mass, yeah.
Yeah. So suppose a tree gains exactly 1 pound of wood. Where does that pound come from? So it gains 1 pound. Where does
just
that
cells multiply?
Okay, so it just makes cells.
Yeah, I think cells make other cells, right?
Okay.
Because like your hair, hair is a dead cell, but yeah, it's.
So if cells were just constantly making cells, wouldn't that mean the world would just be covered in cells?
Well, except for I think that each organism might have some kind of like big blueprint in it that says this is how cells are going to structure themselves and this is where they stop. And so then when you see a tree that is freakishly huge or whatever, then it's not fitting the norm. Like, so there's a normative thing. So I think maybe the cells are coded.
Yeah, that's right.
Like a blueprint?
Yeah, the cells are coded. Do you think a tree needs energy to do this
Absolutely,
thing?
yeah.
Where does it get it from?
It gets it from everywhere. It's all the nutrients. That's part of what nutrients do, just like us.
So it gets it from nutrients?
It gets it from the nutrients from the sun, and then the water helps spread it out through the soil.
Okay. Where does that energy go?
What do you mean?
Like inside the tree, where does the energy go?
To the cells.
Yeah. Is it still energy when it's?
Yeah, energy is neither created nor destroyed. Yeah. So the minute it's there, and then it's like harnessed and it's spread throughout. Yeah.
Okay. And then, so does it change forms? Do you think? So from like, if you said it was in the nutrients, so do you think it like changes forms of energy?
Changes forms. What do you mean?
So like, there's light energy, thermal energy, kinetic energy. There's different forms of energy. Do you think it changes forms when it's in?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it does. I think it just takes on. I think that it's like plugging it in. When you plug it into the cell can use it perhaps in different ways, but I don't think it changes forms. I don't know. I might be wrong. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Okay. So you did all right with this. So a tree. So the first question we look at, like, what does the tree need to grow? You got like sunlight, water. It needs soil, but like a big thing that was missed was CO2 from the air.
Okay.
Because that's actually where the tree gets 90 or like 85% of its mass is from the air.
From CO2. The carbon.
Yeah, the
carbon
CO2
dioxide,
in the air.
which is what photosynthesis is, right? It takes it in
and
then
creates the
create.
CO2
Yeah, I
and the
mentioned
water.
that actually.
Yeah, but you didn't mention the CO2. Yeah, and then
I said photosynthesis.
Which is that's
the CO2.
Name of the
it's
process.
the process, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so how does it? So a tree uses soil is taken for nutrients. But the water is actually used in photosynthesis. Water doesn't really have nutrients in it, so
it
how
doesn't
that
help
works,
it spread.
Well, it doesn't. So water and CO2 are taken in for photosynthesis. So the water takes the sunlight as energy. Sunlight can't provide nutrients because sunlight is pure energy and nutrients is matter, and sunlight can't produce matter because it's energy. So energy can't turn into matter. So sunlight takes the water hits the sun. The sunlight hits the water and splits electrons from the water, and then those form together with the CO2, basically to make a glucose molecule, which is where the mass comes from. So, so as a tree gains weight, so as it grows, it's gaining weight because it's taking in CO2. That's like 80% of the mass is from the CO2 that it's taking in from the air. So, in essence, a tree is from air. So that's where a tree comes from, is air, which is weird to think because it's like solid and it's in different form, but it just comes from the air. And so to do this, it needs
magic.
Yeah, basically. Only it's science. But so the tree does need energy from the sunlight, which is where it gets its energy from, to make the glucose molecules in photosynthesis. Basically, to excite the electrons and make them form together with the carbon. Because if you think about it, it needs energy to grow.
Right.
It needs like energy. So, and to make a glucose that has energy, you need to put energy in.
Okay.
To make it equal, because you can't delete or make energy. And then and the energy does change forms inside the tree because it goes from light energy from the sunlight to chemical potential energy in the glucose.
So it actually changes its form?
Yeah. So basically, so the light energy is used to split the electrons, and the electrons make chemical potential energy. So then the energy is stored in glucose, and then the glucose, something called biosynthesis happens in the roots of a tree, and that's basically glucose molecules forming together to make starch and cellulose, and that's the body of a tree, basically, is that kind of stuff. So yeah, thank you very much for that.
Okay.
That's good.